Warren Buffett has a net worth approaching $500 billion, yet he famously pays a lower effective tax rate than his own secretary. This discrepancy exists all over the world. In India, the shrinking middle class now contributes more in total personal income tax to the government than the country's massive, record-breaking corporations pay in corporate tax. If you have more money, shouldn't you mathematically pay more in taxes? The answer reveals the core illusion of our financial system. There is no single tax code. There are two entirely different games being played simultaneously, with one rulebook written for people who earn a wage and a completely separate rulebook for people who own assets. Relying on a high salary through sheer hard work is mathematically the least efficient way to build wealth, because every dollar you earn that way triggers an immediate penalty. Take a typical $100,000 salary. Before it reaches your bank, the government takes a massive slice right off the top for income tax. Then you spend what's left to survive, paying 18% sales tax on basic necessities. If you scrape together cash to invest and that money grows, cashing out triggers another penalty, the capital gains tax. For the working class, every financial move, whether earning, spending, or saving, is a taxable event. The system forces you to constantly reset your wealth-building progress back to zero. The people playing by the owner's rulebook bypass these penalties entirely. Their first rule is simple: acquire appreciating assets and refuse to sell them. Jeff Bezos holds billions of dollars in Amazon stock. As the company's value skyrockets, his net worth explodes. But because he doesn't sell those shares, the IRS considers that growth unrealized. To the tax system, those billions do not exist. The exact same principle applies to real estate. You buy a house, the market goes up, and the property doubles in value over a decade. No tax bill comes in the mail for that new equity. A normal worker would see that profit, eagerly sell the house to cash in, and instantly hand over a huge percentage of those gains to the government. The wealthy view this differently. They fear taxable events far more than they fear debt. In the owner's playbook, selling an asset is a failure. But if billionaires never sell their assets, how do they get cash to fund their lifestyles? They rely on a mechanical loophole. Borrowed money is debt, not income, and the tax rate on debt is 0%. When their property appreciates, they use a cash-out refinance, pulling out hundreds of thousands in spendable, tax-free cash. Elon Musk executes this exact strategy on a massive scale, pledging his company's stock as collateral to secure billions in personal loans. Meanwhile, asset owners utilize a secondary mechanism called depreciation. They claim massive paper losses on their properties to magically erase the tax liability on their W-2 income. For the ultra-wealthy, debt is never a financial burden or a risk. It is a highly engineered, legally sanctioned tax shelter. So what happens when a billionaire eventually passes away, leaving behind a mountain of debt and decades of untaxed gains? The tax code provides the ultimate escape hatch, the stepped-up basis loophole. Heirs inherit those assets at their current market value, permanently and legally wiping out decades of capital gains taxes in an instant. This fuels what we call the zero-tax snowball. Owners use tax-free borrowed cash to buy more cash-flowing assets, which grow equity, allowing them to borrow more tax-free cash forever. The macroeconomic fallout of this playbook is severe. Because the top tier legally opts out of the income tax system, the burden of funding the nation shifts onto the working class. This explains why corporate profits consistently hit record highs, while middle-class citizens suffocate under aggressive government tax collection on basic necessities. True wealth in the modern economy is not measured by the size of your paycheck. It is measured entirely by your ability to acquire assets, hold them, and make your money legally invisible to the state.